We're here at a sunny Snetterton with Scott Evans.
Morning.
Of Sandown Motorsport fame. It's a low-res Ramble. It's hectic. It's hot. It's hot. This is the Saturday morning. We're qualifying at 9 o'clock. We got a driver's briefing mega early. It's just gone 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's already, you can feel the heat. We are definitely going to be feeling it today. We've got qualifying at 9 o'clock, race 1 at midday, and then we've got a nice long break until Sunday. We've got another race at midday, and they're all live on the Alpha Live BRSCC YouTube channels. But the car is okay after Donington. We had a CV boot to change, which we changed for a universal one. Sandown Motorsport, SCR Motorsport, SCR. To give it the original, the official title, SCR with Sandown Motorsport are here to help with the car. Nick Ramseygoff is in bed, although I wouldn't blame him. Lazy. Love him though. And we're getting ready to go racing, so driver's briefing, and let's do some qualifying.
So, last lap of the session there to finish qualifying, and I managed to get in my quickest time, which was 2 minutes 12.614. Really happy with that. Fastest front wheel drive. Now over to me, I guess.
It's a busy paddock here at Snetterton. I've just done qualifying. I am P10 overall, P3 in class. I am ecstatic with that. And Rag has got himself top 6 overall, I think, something like that. He's P6 overall. Interview on the... Woo yeah! Okay, maybe not. Rob, any comments on the recent allegations?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. So, welcome to race 1 for the Modified Fords. Somehow I have qualified P10, third in class. I have no idea how I've done that, but we have fun. Car's nice and warm. I have lost my water temp sensor. We're going to replace that race, race 2 tomorrow. I'm keeping an eye on my oil temperature. And we've got 2 green flag laps. So yeah, door open, let's see what we do, go from there.
yeah, not going to lie, my rear end was twitching when that happened. Looks like Wayne Crabtree had a brake on his rear axle and it just folded the rear wheel into the arch, so not good. At this point though, we're kind of noticing that there's a bit of fluid gradually being dropped around the circuit. It's going to get worse, as you'll see a bit later. Paul Restall's prop shaft goes at this point, and Dan Minton makes his way up through the field. That's a serious Mark to escort that car, and that's in my class. What chance have I got against him? that. But I also had the added treat of being stopped by Richard John Little for a chat. So as we're just finishing up on our in lap here, really good result. Let's cross over and see what I've got to say to Richard on the live stream.
Rob was joking with me this morning and he was that high up that he had the racing nosebleed. And good race, Rob?
Really good race. The car fell away quite a bit towards the end. I need to look at, it's a new turbo engine this year, so I'm kind of learning all over again that when I was running naturally aspirated, and you could tell going on into the race the temperatures were starting to affect the car. Had a bit of a moment down at Murray's, just avoided Neil Hargrave and the Escort, but you know, Modified Ford Series, Snetterton, daylight's day, 40 odd cars on the grid, what's better than that?
It's superb. I was just saying to the viewers, I was watching down at Murray's in qualifying, and it's just car after car of quality, and when you get them all together, it's a sensational thing to watch.
It is, and a lot of these cars here have been with the owners 20, 30, 40 odd years. You know, they've raced them for a very long time, they put a lot of care into them, and you can really tell that with the racing. It's very much a gentleman's racing, so we do leave room for each other. There's no rubbing. You know, you will get damage in motorsport. That happens in any formula. But with the Modified Ford Series, we try and keep it to the absolute minimum. And the driving standards, we always look to improve on.
It's very much the antidote, isn't it, to one-make racing, because you've got cars that have completely different options, you know, characteristics, cornering, straights, and it makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Definitely does. I mean, to be a bit biased to mention another single make series that I'm going to be commentating on tomorrow, the Silver Lake C1 series. You know, that's very much all of the cars are equal. Whereas here, I mean, even in my class B plus, I'm up against Escorts with Millington, Smith and Jones engines. There's other Ecoboosts as well, all different varieties of machinery that you've got to almost pick your wits against. And I'm already thinking ahead of what improvements I need to make to this car to try and beat them.
I'm getting the comments saying we've got cars on the group for the next race to be done. So thanks for stopping and having a chat, and we'll have a proper chat tomorrow about all the other things you're involved in on track.
Fantastic, look forward to it.
Thanks very much, Rob. Appreciate that. Rob Miller's absolutely top man, and qualified well, which was really
Right, good morning. It's day 2. Race 1 went really well yesterday. We lost the car a bit towards the end because of the heat, and I finished 16th and 5th in class. A little bit gutted I didn't get, you know, I didn't keep the 3rd place that I earned in qualifying. But someone actually told me I was the fastest front wheel drive car in qualifying. There was a little bit of luck involved, I will admit that, 100%. But I'll bloody take that, and I'm sure you would too if you're in my shoes. But we've woken up again this morning. The weather is a bit more overcast, which we want. The turbo cars were suffering with the heat. And we're looking forward to race 2 about 12:15 this afternoon, and then I'm on the pit lane with the C1s for 3 hours. Let's go.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and you would have noticed the noises the car was making as I'm turning the wheel. I thought that was all just the normal gripper, plated diff, a bit cold, etc, etc. But I think a part of that was my drive shaft starting to play up, so yeah, keep that on your mind.
So, welcome to race 2. It's still a bit warm. Steph's next to me in the Club Racing UK Baltic Focus ST. Neil Hargrave in front, Chris Bacon to my right, and Nigel England. He's been so quick.
Not Nigel England, it's Tyler. I'm a cock. Anyway, this is the start of race 2, and as you'd have noticed on the first lap, a bit of sloshing from what sounds like spanners in the back. Some dipstick puts the brackets of shrapnel we cut out in the boot. But anyway, here's race 2. this point, I'm not letting the brackets and shrapnel in the back distract me. I've got ahead of Steph, I'm determined to keep him behind me, and my eyes are set forward on Chris Baker, Tyler England and Todd Garner. They're my targets. But as we go onto the back straight, I start to feel a little bit of a vibration, and it gets worse. Watch on. At this point, I knew the game was up. I had to retire the car. The vibration that bad, as you could see by the dash. Every time I got on the power, a huge vibration going through the car. I couldn't even read the numbers on the dash coming up the start-finish straight, so I knew this was me heading into my second retirement of the year.
I've got a vibration on my right drive shaft when I accelerate. Oh, that's horrid. Drive shaft, it can drive.
Are you driving, mate?
Yeah.
Most all over the gate, there you go. Alright?
Yeah.
And that, as I say, folks, is that. That comes to the end of the Snet weekend on the driving side for me. I had 3 really good hours on the Snetterton pit lane, but that's on the BRSCC channels. But yes, after a really good start, the car felt really good. We put new tyres on the front, everything was looking really well, and then the vibration crept in. I've since found that one of the bearings has gone on the driver's side drive shaft, and it's game over. There's so much movement in there. I think if I'd have carried on racing the car, the drive shaft would have let go and damaged it. So that's the end of this low res ramble. Time for me to kick the car.